been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof.
Introduce the starting lineup for your FC London. Starting in goal, we're number 1, Samantha St. Croix. We're number 2, Janessa Sealy. Number 5, Stephanie Shuley. Number 6, Rebecca Tarp. Number 11, Daria Nakano. Number 14, Mackenzie Bailana. Number 15, Dara Naismith. Number 19, Valeria James Castillo. Number 20,
Overcast here in London, Ontario, and with the weather we've been getting as of late, expected rain to possibly come later this evening. Welcome to TRICAR Field for tonight's match of the week, match week number 5 between FC London and Vaughan Azzurri. Good evening, everyone. My name is Noah Vogel here with you, and both teams coming into this one looking to get big points here tonight for Vaughan under brand new head coach at the start of the season. Jordan Feliciano has come off to a 3-1 start in the league, currently in third place on 9 points. And for FC London here at home, looking to get more points on the board, currently sitting in 5th on 4 points. 1 win, 2 losses, and a draw coming in match week number 3. Gusting winds, of course, again here will play a factor in both halves here tonight. And on the other side, looking at FC London, the home team, and head coach Diogo Moreno, and the immense experience he's brought over from being a head coach in Europe, in Portugal, and worked with many men's first teams as well as U19 and U17 teams at the top level of Portuguese football, and now has brought his success over here to League One. And coaching the FC London Premier team here this season. Head referee for tonight's match, Matthew Hartman, who will be manning the middle of the pitch here this evening. And with Vaughan on quite the win streak, they've won their last 4 matches, including a win in the League One Cup against Tecumseh in the second round. 2-0, they won that match on the 14th of this month. And they're looking to continue their success here in the League One Premier season as we're moments away from kickoff. So here we go as things get underway here at TRICAR Field. Match day number 5, game of the week here on League One Live. London in white, Vaughan in the blue kits this evening. And quick to the corner and played out for an early goal kick. As that was Tegan Morrison, who couldn't quite keep that ball in. Starting a goal tonight for Vaughan, Faith Fenwick, getting her first 90 minutes under her belt here tonight in this match. And on the other side, the keeper for FC London, Samantha St. Croix, who has started all 4 regular season games so far this season, keeping 1 clean sheet, and just finished her 4th season at Western University, the Port Lambton, Ontario native. Throw on the far side for London, just past the midpoint of the field, and foul's going to go Vaughan's way as Branco was taken down from behind. Melina Branco wearing number 17, the Bolton, Ontario native. She played mostly with the U20s last season, scoring 3 goals in 8 matches. Now playing with the first team here at Vaughan Azzurri. Touch forward from Kohut. That's going to be London throw. Turnover once again in the middle, and Vaughn will look to take possession here now as they find it with Samantha. Kimmins captaining her side here tonight. Played for Guelph this past season, her third year in the OUA. Started all 12 matches and has not missed a minute so far this League One campaign. London quick to clear, and it's going to be off the foot that time of Seeley. And it'll be a Vaughn throw on the far side, quickly into Di Matteo. Here's Kohut on the turn. She was knocked down. She'll win the free kick, and London will look to take quickly. That went too far ahead for Seeley, and it's another throw for Vaughn. One thing the away side has not struggled to do so far this season is score goals. And their last 3 League One wins, they scored a total of 8 goals so far. 5 coming against their win against North Mississauga. And the only team so far other than NDC Ontario who have kept 3 clean sheets so far, and their past 3 matches have not conceded a single goal, including their League One Cup win over Tecumseh midweek. And they've won it back here. Forced away for Kohut to chase, but Kimmins was able to beat her to that ball. London throw on the far side. Dominguez will play short. And she'll get it back now on the far side. Ball play looking for Kohut. It was cut out by Kimmins. And a nice flick over top by Lucic. Kimmins now. Carabin. Kimmins traveling forward. Briolas almost had it taken away. Kimmins able to back her up. Di Matteo with it now, looking for the switch, and a good challenge in the middle of the field that time. Peralta lost it. Kohut now turning. Morrison in space on the far side, but a good read. And Morrison will have to backtrack. Naismith forward, cut out by Carabin. She'll look to continue forward. She tried to find Nia Fleming-Thompson in behind. Di Matteo. And ball played behind the back line of FC London, but too far and into the hands of Samantha St. Croix. Ball looking for Seeley was cut out by Briolas. Carabin had to be quick that time as that ball was played in a dangerous area. Morrison with her back turn and a good challenge that time from Matrachi, and she's taken down. No call in the play. Fleming-Thompson trying to turn away from traffic. Di Matteo finds Samantha on the far side looking to get delivery into the box, and it's going to be a throw heading to the side of the away team. Ball just kept in. Great play by Tark to not concede the corner. Nakano and London still trying to work this ball out, and they will win the throw here on the near side. London clears as far as Peralta. She'll have to turn back. And looking to go all the way to her keeper, and that pass was just misjudged, and Vaughan's going to concede the first corner. London now with a chance on the set piece for the first time this match. This will be Mackenzie Bolota to in-swing this corner for London. Bolota looking towards the back post, and we got over everyone. And out for a goal kick. Eight minutes in, the only real chance we've seen so far to create some offense. And that ball just a little bit over hit from number 14 in white. Peralta. Kimmins had to make sure, and she's able to find Fleming Thompson in space. She just couldn't quite get the touch. London in possession now. Morrison almost had it stripped away, but it came back to her teammate in Naismith. And Morrison in the way of that ball going in behind, and it's going to be a Vaughan throw. Ball looking for Peralta in the middle. Garabin will take it, and we'll put it back with Fenwick. Vaughan slowing things down, looking to hold on to possession early. London's really only been able to work on the counterattack so far. And a key for Jordan Feliciano's team is looking to control the pace, and they've done that so far. It's going to be offside on the far side as the linesman flag has gone up. That got as far as Kimmins. Peralta got out that time. As Scully looks to the far side and finds Morrison in space. Morrison trying to take on her defender. Gets the better of her this time. Chance for delivery into the area, and just too far ahead of that run that was made from the captain in Kohut and into the hands of Fenwick. Fleming Thompson on the turn. Able to shrug off her defender, and she's got Greengrass' attack into, but the challenge coming across from Bolota. And Morrison got challenged him from behind. She was knocked down right in front of the technical area. And she's able to win the free kick for London. London in possession now. They'll go back to St. Croix. She'll kick it up midfield, and Kimmins able to find her midfielder Di Matteo. Peralta. Carabin. That run being made in behind as Leanin was trying to get around that last defender. That ball just didn't quite have enough in behind it. Vaughan looking to press and win this in the front third, but London has done an excellent job to move forward. And Nicano, pardon me, just didn't quite get the whip on that ball to find Kohut in behind. London back in possession now. Nicano touch a little too strong. Kimmins will clear it away. Nakano back in possession now. Morrison will go back, and London will slow things down as they quickly get it up for Kohut. Unable to win the aerial duel. Here's James Castillo. Branco trying to turn, able to get past a couple of defenders. Challenge coming in that time from Fleming Thompson. She's knocked over, and now London can move forward. Excellent acrobatic save. She was tested that time, was Fenwick. And the quick shot from Scully, just able to get through a couple of bodies and make it difficult for the first save for Faith Fenwick in goal. She concedes the corner. Another chance for London to hit a dangerous ball into the box is going to be Tegan Morrison this time with the outswinging corner. Morrison sets up. Ball into the 18. Cleared as far as Belota, and it's going to be a goal kick as the double deflection came off of the FC London player.
Let's go, focus. See where your references is.
A thing to note in this match for the home side, only 2 outfield substitutions for them. Juliana Mara as well as
Very good job, Val.
Elizabeth Weir, the only 2 outfield subs, and their substitution keeper as well as Rosalind Boundy. FC London throw, they'll take it quick. James Castillo trying to deliver into the box. It was cleared away and helped along by Briolas, and Vaughn trying to work out. Branco challenged on the far side. Briolas looking over top once more and cut out by the FC London defender, and she lost it out of bounds. Throw over top, cut out by Belota. Di Matteo will clear upfield. Fleming Thompson trying to get position on the turn. She's got it now. In between her feet, is able to skip the challenge, but not the second from Kohut, and London wins it back. Nakano. Turning around Di Matteo and able to draw the free kick. And just over the halfway line, around 40 yards out, could be a chance to deliver one into the edge of the 18. Mackenzie Belota will be the one to step over and see if she can find an FC London teammate. In swinger into the box, and a tough bounce for Fenwick, but she's able to corral it with confidence. Lehnen looking forward, and they just got away from Lucic that time. James Castillo taken down, and a counter-attack opportunity now for Vaughan Azzurri. Here's Branco. Strong challenge from the London defender in Dominguez, and she clears it away. And it will be a Vaughan throw. Fleming Thompson had a go at it, just came off the right part of the shin. The shot blocked in front. And London now a chance to clear. Belota will push it downfield, and Kimmins will let it run. First real shot attempt for Vaughan so far in this first 20. Lucic Knocked down. Kohut able to take away the loose ball, and she might be away here. So plenty of Vaughn defenders in front of her, but she had time to play that ball. Just couldn't quite get it away. Great skill that time from Naismith. Calm, cool, and collected. Pardon me, that was Scully. She's got it back now. Forward from Dominguez. Bradco's got it back, trying to work on James Castillo, and she's got the better of her this time. Able to skip past another. Bradco driving down the left wing side. Ball into the area and cleared away from danger. But a corner conceded, and another Vaughn corner now coming on the far side of the field. Great speed and skill down that line from Melina Bradco to win that corner, and it's going to be Erica Di Matteo to step over it. Lots of targets in the box for this Vaughn Missouri team. They go to the front post. It's cleared away. And out of danger for now for the home side. Di Matteo almost able to win it back, and it's sent all the way downfield into the feet of Fenwick, just outside the 18. Kimmons trying to look long this time. Fleming Thompson the target. Offside flag stays down, but a good win by Scully. Nakano looking for the 1-2, and it was cut out by Matrachi. She's able to turn away. Nakano able to win it back for London. Kohut on the turn. Lays off. Belota. And the free kick going to go Vaughn way. As Belota just inching that ball forward for Kohut as she was a little bit late on the challenge. And the captain conceding the foul that time. Kimmons with time. She'll play that down the line. James Castillo able to control it. And she's got it once again now. Dominguez. Cleared away, but not very far from St. Croix. Fleming Thompson chasing after it. And LaCroix trying to come out and win that ball. And it came off of a Vaughn player on the clearance. And LaCroix will switch it now to the near side. Here's Morrison. Challenge from behind, and Morrison's going to win the free kick. We're going to see the first booking here this evening. And it's going to be Sophia Matrachi into the book with a yellow. Tegan Morrison down hard, right in front of the technical area, and was just knocked from behind that time by Matrachi, trying to get back on the pacey outside left back, who's caused some trouble so far for Vaughn in this first 22 minutes. And still down, receiving some treatment now. Looking elsewhere in the league, in League Ontario Premier Women's, the only other match here tonight, Waterloo United against North Mississauga. That one kicking off in about 10 minutes. And if you want to follow everything League One, from the League Two U20 reserves all the way to the top division for the men's and women's League One Premier sides, you can download the app on the Apple App Store and the Android Store. League One app has everything you need to follow everything League One. League One Canada on both the Apple and Android App Store. So Morrison back on her feet after receiving treatment. Will continue on. Naismith the one to stand over this free kick. Kohut the target, and Kimmins able to clear. And the floating ball will drop into the hands of Fenwick, and it's one thing this Vaughan side will have a big advantage of is those aerial battles between Kimmins and Carabin. Not a lot able to get through them in the air. But London with a chance here on the giveaway in the middle of the field, and Carabin is down on the challenge. She conceded the corner on that incoming cross from Nakano. And she is down below the touchline. And not a good sight for Vaughan Azzurri right now. Seems to be an egregious pain just to the left of their goal. Vanessa Reda currently warming up for Vaughan, possibly could be the relief substitution if Carabin is unable to continue here. So Reda along the touchline will get warmed up here for the away team. So Vaughan to continue with 10 as Carabin still down below the touchline in the ensuing corner. And he came off the head that time of Scully, but out of play for the Vaughan goal kick. So Reda getting ready over here on the touchline. She's played 180 minutes of League One football so far this campaign. She started against Woodbridge in their 2-0 loss and their 5-0 win against North Mississauga. She also played midweek against Tecumseh in the League One Cup, and she's getting ready to come back in here. And relief for Carabin, who is slowly coming over to the Vaughan Azzurri bench, and hopefully nothing serious on that play, but she will not be able to continue. So Reda in and Carabin out. Challenge between the sixes as Tark got knocked down from Fleming Thompson. London able to hold possession. Dominguez. Looking to switch the ball for Morrison, and Matrachi got her foot in on that, but she's unable to win the throw. And not to the likeness of the Vaughan Azzurri bench. Morrison trying to get away from the tackle. Di Matteo able to win it that time, but Morrison has got it once more. Able to use her pace here on the left side. Had nothing for it, and she'll go all the way back here with Scully. And she's fouled as she got clipped from behind by Fleming Thompson as she skipped through a couple of Vaughan Azzurri defenders. So the first substitution coming early here in this game, 26th minute. Seeing Carabin come out of the match. And we'll see how Vaughan readjusts with Reda now in the lineup. Great ball to the outside. And James Castillo's got a chance to deliver into the box, but it's cleared away and will be a corner for the home side. So Morrison to try once more on that right corner flag. Body stacked on the back post for London. And Morrison to take. Corner coming in from Tegan Morrison, and it never came in. So a wasted opportunity on the set piece. It'll be a Vaughn goal kick. And it'll take it quickly with Lena. Fleming Thompson able to hold up play. Di Matteo thought it came off a hand, but it's going to be a London free kick. And Peralta getting a talking to from head referee Matthew Hartman after she was upset with the original no call on the handball that time. Scully will play short, and London will take possession here off the ensuing free kick. Great work in the middle from Rebecca Tark. Morrison trying to play to the outside, and Akeno had that taken away from her, and Tark coming across. Able to win the challenge, but concedes the throw. Fleming Thompson. Brioles. Now with Branco, she drops it back for Peralta. Retta getting her first touch in this match since coming on. And just a miscommunication there on the turn, and it will be a London throw. Morrison with her back turn. Plays it into the middle of the field, and it's cleared away to the far side, and Akano couldn't keep it in. Vaughn will start things back up with Retta. Kimmins playing long over the top. Lucic was the target. It was cut out by Dominguez. Bellotta finds James Castillo. She was pushed from behind. And is able to win the free kick. Dispossessed this time, and Retta will look to move it out. And it was cut out that time by Tegan Morrison. Morrison driving forward. Morrison might be in here. Kippins comes across. And with the last-ditch effort, able to clear it away. Quick throw to try and find Morrison again. Nakano able to escape the challenge in the corner. Ball into the box. And the header from Colehut wide, but London starting to find some offensive opportunities here as we reach past the first half hour of this match. Matrachi hit from behind. Nakano was challenged again by Mastrachi, who's already on a yellow. Has to be careful here. And Morrison will stand over the free kick. Has been creating multiple chances down that left wing side. She'll leave it now for Bellotta, who will look to deliver into the middle of the 18-yard box. Ball bobbing around and just booted away by Peralta. London throw, Dominguez and James Castillo looking to play that one forward, but it's last off her. Fenwick. Reda now. That pass looking for Di Matteo was cut out by Nakano, and she just lost her feet as it rolls out of bounds, and Vaughn back with possession on the throw. Lean in. That got split through the London defense, and the free kick will come back on the initial challenge. Di Matteo will take short. Kathleen Kimmins. Here's Retta. Di Matteo looking long. Leanin was the one making the run. It was cut out by Scully. Peralta. And Retta will start back in her own third as she finds Faith Fenwick. High lofted ball just past center field. Bellotta with it now. On the turn, playing into Seeley, who was making that run down the wing, but just a little too much behind it from Rebecca Dark as it rolls out for a Vaughan goal kick. Peralta able to head it forward on the second opportunity. Lucic was hit from behind. Referee saw nothing. And Peralta goes down, and she's going to be charged with the foul, and is going to be the second to enter the book here tonight. Was on the ground, and it just caught Seeley, who had possession of the ball. And another dangerous free kick opportunity for FC London. Would be huge if the home side could break through first here, and if they could do it on this ensuing free kick. Without Carabin on the field now, it gives this FC London team a better opportunity to win some aerial duels. Bellotta to the front post, cleared away by Kimmins, not as far as the 18-yard box, but the offside flag up as Tarka put it back in, but Kohut being in an offside position will concede possession here. Fenwick plays forward. Bellotta got up, and Peralta loses out on possession. Too far for Morrison. Mostracci plays quick. Here's Fleming Thompson. Haven't seen much of her offensively. The leading goal scorer for this Vaughan Missouri side is 6 goals, including 2 in the League One Cup. She was named OUA West Player of the Year. She scored 12 goals in the OUA this past season for York University in her second year. And she's got 4 in 4 matches in League One Premier so far this season. And would love to add to her tally here in London tonight and get Vaughan back on the board, but she's been a bit quiet so far in this first half. London doing a good job shutting her down so far. Here's Morrison. Scully. Bellotta, great move here from London as they enter into the final third. Here's Seeley. Ball crossed in, and no intended target, but Fenwick was backpedaling and able to make the grab save. Branco. Able to win the throw, looking quick. Fleming Thompson trying to turn, and she couldn't get onto that second touch. She has it now. Able to get it back on the 1-2 with Mostracci. The return feed too far as Morrison cut it out. Mostracci trying to work out of the corner. Ball into the back post. Branco had a go at it, but never made any contact. Seeley thought about taking that throw quick. She'll leave it. And Dominguez will take over. And she's able to win another throw upfield. Belota on the switch. Nakano collects in the middle. Belota once more. Tark. Here's Morrison. Kohut trying to hold up play. Gibbons will just clear. Challenge in the middle of the park, and it's going to be pulled back. And the free kick going Vaughan's way. And another yellow card is going to go to Vaughan in this first half, and it's going to be Erica Di Matteo to be sent into the book as well. She wasn't happy that referee Matthew Hartman didn't play advantage on that ensuing ball she had played in behind. Instead giving the dead ball free kick. And in doing so had some choice words for the referee, and will be heading into the book, the third so far in this first half. Here is said Di Matteo. Reda. Di Matteo. Looking for Fleming Thompson. The aerial duel won by Scully. And Naismith will clear it upfield. Reda with Coda on her back. Kohut on her back, and she was able to find Fenwick. Belota wins the 50-50, and Nakano was making that run in behind, but that ball just a little too far in front of her. The quality for both teams in the final third just has not been there in this first half. And we still sit at 0-0, nearing in on the 40th minute. Great feat this time from Mastracci. Fleming Thompson trying to get down to the touchline, and she's able to win a corner. And Vaughan will look to pounce on this set piece opportunity. Peralta, her corner came up short. London able to clear, and Di Matteo will send it back. And Vaughan will give it up as Briolis couldn't keep that one in play. Peralta stepping up on that throw in ball, but she gave it away. Here's Belota. Kohut, Belota. Naismith. Morrison. Able to skip the challenge. She'll win the free kick. And head coach Diogo Marino wanting that ball to be played a little bit quicker. But London will keep possession here on the ensuing dead ball. And they'll go down the line to find Nakano, trying to get around Leadon, and just unable to keep that ball in play. Morrison lost sight of that back pressure from Peralta. She's able to force it as Scully was able to intercept that ball. Jordan Feliciano thought surely there was going to be a free kick. Vaughan not getting it. Now London's got to throw. He'll play short Morrison. Challenge on the back and free kick once again for London. Morrison will play quick. Dominguez. James Castillo got cut up, and Vaughn might have a chance to counterattack here. Branco trying to find options, and James Castillo came all the way back to win it once more for London. Challenge from behind for Branco. Peralta's got it now. That through ball cut out. As it gets through to Cano, here's Alinen. And got knocked over, will win the free kick. Referee indicating as we get to the 45th minute mark, there's going to be 3 additional minutes, still 2 to be played in the 45. Leden's gone down here on the near side after that free kick that they won. And London just playing around with the back, and the referee's going to stop play here. Samantha Lenahan getting her first start here this season in League One Premier. She played on the 14th against Tecumseh in that League One Cup win, and now she's gone down here. And with this extra injury time, we may get some additional minutes at the end of the 45, and it looks like she will be okay to continue. She's going to have to come off to the touchline until she's allowed back onto the field. So Vaughn will be down to 10. And from our angle here, not looking great on the touchline for Samantha Lenahan, who is struggling with, it looks like to be the left ankle. Here we're going to see the additional time now being played as we're entering into the 45th minute here, the first half. Still 0-0 here on match week number 5, the game of the week between FC London women and Vaughan Azzurri women here at TRICAR Field. Vaughn's still down to 10. We're unable to make substitution on the injury. Torelli had gone to the touchline to get warm and may be suiting up to come in just before the halftime break. Kimmins cut out that long ball. Branco able to win the throw. Kathleen Kimmins. Di Matteo now taking that extra space here in their right back side. That ball all the way through to Lucic, who got knocked down. Nikeno moving forward. She almost lost it, able to win it back for FC London. Belota on the turn, with space, with time. Ball in behind. It was cut out by Retta. And Kimmins to help it along near the halfway. And Mastracci with the turn here at center field. Ball in behind for Fleming Thompson. Thompson trying to go over the keeper, and she does. Nia Fleming Thompson extends her goal scoring tally. That's 5 in 5 matches so far in the League One premier season. And she's got one just before the break to give Vaughan a 1-0 lead before halftime. St. Croix come out to be aggressive on that ball played over top. Fleming Thompson got on behind it. And perfect composure to just loop it over top of the goalkeeper's hands and into the back of the net. So the goal scoring continues for Nia Fleming Thompson. And she's given the away side a big lead here. London in possession with maybe only a minute left of injury time here in the first half. Here's Morrison. Can they get one back before the end? Tark. And she misplayed that ball for Morrison. And Vaughan with a lot of momentum here now after that opening goal. Branco trying to bring that ball down. Tark with the challenge. It's going to go London's way. Referee had to stop play and bring out the trainer because of a possible head injury, but it looks like Tark is okay. So Palazzo will stand over this free kick, play to the back post, and ran a little too long, and that's going to be the final whistle of the first half here at TRICAR Field between FC London and Vaughan Azzurri. And right before the halftime break, it was Nia Fleming Thompson to open the scoring here and give Vaughan a 1-0 lead. So at the halftime break, it's Vaughan 1, FC London 0.
For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada, for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude, made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here, so go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL player to be capped with Canada's men's national team. And then there's brilliant young keeper Emil Gazdov, who joined Pacific FC as a 16-year-old and this year signed with CF Montreal of MLS and joined their first team. There will be more, many more, where they came from. Canadian talent nurtured right here at home. And now, Season 7 is set to kick off, with the World Cup a little more than a year away. It couldn't be more clear. This is our country. This is our game. And this is our league.
The biggest moments in Canadian soccer stream on One Soccer. Men's and women's national teams, TELUS Canadian Championships, Canadian Premier League.
It is absolute bedlam at the ground.
The biggest stage, the fiercest battles. Plus, get pre- and post-match analysis and all the highlights anytime. Because wherever you go, One Soccer goes with you. One Soccer, the home of Canadian soccer. Start streaming at onesoccer.ca. For too long, we've been told that greatness comes from somewhere else. Sorry, that ends now. We are the Canadian Premier League, proudly built for you and by you across this sovereign land, ready to take on the beautiful game on our terms. We may be young, but give us time and underestimate us at your peril. We'll keep grinding until everyone knows exactly who we are. Rosters filled with homegrowns, Canadian kids who just needed a chance, with dreams as vast as our horizons, made right here in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. We are the Canadian Premier League. Get stuck in.
Dear supporters, you know who you are and where you come from. Local, passionate, undeniably Canadian. You are the soul, heartbeat, substance, community. This is for you with gratitude. Made in Canada for all the world to see. Season 7 is here. So go forth, grow your ranks, and get stuck in.
Think back to when Canada was a soccer country without its own league, without a place to develop and showcase our own players, or a space where fans could sing their songs and hold their scarves high and show their true colors in their own hometowns. Getting the Canadian Premier League off the ground had to happen for Canada to co-host the 2026 World Cup. But the time was right for the sport and for the country. What's happened since is proof. 8 Canadian teams with passionate supporters playing the world's game and punching far above their weight. There have been a few bumps along the way, including a global pandemic on the eve of the second season. But while some larger sports organizations shut down entirely in the face of COVID, the CPL found a way to play on with the innovative Island Games. When the world got back to normal, CPL supporters returned to the stands, and wave upon wave of young Canadian players began to make their mark. Despite its short history and modest origins, the CPL was not to be underestimated. Consider some recent history. Last year, 2 CPL teams beat MLS teams. The huge disparity in payroll didn't matter when it came to what happened on the pitch. And then, in the first months of 2025, reigning CPL champs Cavalry FC made history, beating Pumas, one of the traditional Big Four in Mexico's Liga MX, in the CONCACAF Champions League. Those were remarkable team achievements that were mirrored on the player side, where CPL alumni have been steadily moving up the international ranks. There's Brampton's Kwesi Poku, who last season went from Forge FC to Belgium's RWD Molenbeek for a CPL record transfer fee, and soon after became the latest present or former CPL.
It felt like FC London was going to get the first goal, but it ended up being Vaughan Azzurri just past the 45-minute mark into injury time. Nia Fleming-Thompson continuing her goal-scoring prowess so far this season, netting her 5th so far this year, and giving Vaughan a 1-0 lead heading into the second 45. London with multiple chances. They challenged Faith Fenwick in goal, who made a couple of acrobatic stops to keep this clean sheet streak that Vaughan Azzurri has had so far this season. They're looking to keep another one for a 5th straight game this year. We'll see if they can hold on to this 1-0 lead and what will happen as we kick off for the second 45. I'm Noah Vogel here as we get going and continue our coverage here on League One TV for the match of the week and match week number 5 between Vaughan Azzurri and FC London. Only one substitution being made at the halftime break. We saw that injury that happened to Vaughan's right back in Samantha Lennon, who had gone down. She went off injured and was forcing Vaughan to play with 10 for that final little bit. It was the time where they were able to net that goal, but they're now going to bring in into that right back position Jessica Breda. So the first 2 substitutions of the game, we had that one around the 26-minute mark when Carabin had come off with what seemed to be an injury. No update on that, but she has been receiving treatment over on the touchline. She came out for Retta, who is now in that center back position for Vaughan Azzurri. Free kick going London's way. Pardon me, it'll be a throw here on the near side. Dominguez to take. Cut out by Peralta. And Peralta once more able to get in front of Kohut. And London will continue moving downfield. And that time Vaughan's able to win the throw. Last touch off of Kohut. Flicked on by James Castillo, and that's going to force London to come all the way back to Samantha St. Croix. And that is a high lofted ball into a dangerous area. Dominguez backpedaling. James Castillo. Belota. Kohut able to turn. James Castillo making the run down the line. That might be a perfect ball if it wasn't for Vanessa Retta to cut that ball out and keep it away from danger. London with a great move out of their own third to get a touch into the 18-yard box, but was unable to come up with a clear-cut chance on that opportunity. Vaughan throw. The goal scorer, Fleming Thompson, had just lost it out of bounds, so it'll be a London throw in. We'll see the game plan coming out from Vaughan in the second half after taking that late lead and injury time of the first 45, whether they look to control possession or try and extend their lead. We've seen only in 2 games so far they failed to score more than 1 goal, that coming in their 2-0 loss to Woodbridge, and only their 1-0 win against Alliance in their last League One match. They've been on fire in the goal-scoring front so far this season. And Jordan Feliciano, the former assistant head coach of the Halifax Wanderers in the CPL, has been forcing that with his team to find goals and score a lot of them. Here's Nakano. Almost ran out of room with an excellent flick behind the back to keep on going. It's the back post. Seeley was there. Comes out to James Castillo, and the block clears it away. Excellent skill from the tricky left winger on the far side, Nakano, to even get that ball into the box. And Seeley was waiting for it on the back stick, but wasn't able to convert. And the free kick's going to be pulled back for Vaughan as Branco had it rolling before she played it. Retta. Peralta. Here's Kimmins. That ball just got away from Briolas, and now London will take possession. Dominguez to throw it in. Ball played in behind for Seeley to chase. Kimmins able to protect, but she'll concede the throw. Taken quickly, Sealy was dispossessed, London able to take it back with Belota. Sealy into the front post, cleared away by the head of Kimmins. As far as Branco, and now Vaughn able to work out of their own third as Lucic was right back, and that's going to be the first book to FC London, and it's going to go against Mackenzie Belota. So the fourth booking so far this game, the first three going to Vaughn in that first half. And the first FC London in Belota, handed out by referee Matthew Hartman. Reda had her pass intercepted, but Di Matteo able to win it right back. Here's Fleming Thompson. Plays it to the outside and too far for Mastracci. And out of play for a London goal kick. Flick forward by Morrison, and she'll play it in behind. Kohut able to get on the end of it. Unable to get that ball as Belota was screaming for it on the near side. Flicked on by Sealy, and Lucic just got possession for Vaughn. Lucic couldn't find Branco. And now Dominguez can stride forward. Nakano, heavy touch, and the sliding challenge clears it away from danger. Jessica Breda, after being subbed in at halftime, her first real introduction to the game, and it was an excellently, perfectly timed tackle. That one got away from Belota, and now Di Matteo can stretch her legs. Branco just lost it and was able to get it back, able to skin her defender. And too far for Mastracci, who just didn't quite have enough to catch up to it. Again, both teams just finding that success in the final third. It's coming just before they can really build that chance. Just unable to get it under their feet. But here's a ball now down the line for Sealy. Tried to cut back, and great defending that time by Briolis. And she'll travel up out of her own third as she finds Di Matteo. Cut out that time by Scully. Played in behind once more, and it's going to bring the ball all the way back. As Redo was challenged from behind, she's able to win the free kick for Vaughn. Ten minutes into the second half here, and the game has started to open up for both teams. No clear-cut chances as of yet. Here's Peralta. Reda down the line was cut out by Morrison and brought down by Nikeno. Dominguez. Saley pressured, and we'll find Dominguez back with it now for FC London. Tark cut out by Reda. Kohut with it now. Lays it off for Belota. And hoof down pitch by Kimmins. And will allow Fleming Thompson to chase, but London able to take care of it with Naismith. Here's James Castillo. Valerie James Castillo stops up. Dominguez. Bolota. Cut out by Branco. It'll be a London throw. Dominguez. Touched into the inside. Kohut on the end of it. What a save! Once again by Faith Fenwick. Kohut, one of the most prolific goal scorers in the League One Premier Division. In behind, all alone with Fenwick. Tried to control it. And the half volley stopped with the outstretched right arm by Faith Fenwick. And Vaughan Azzurri stay with the clean sheet for now. Bolota to the back post, and that one just searing over top of the bar. Closest opportunity London has been to getting on the board here. And they just couldn't take advantage of the opportunity and the strike from Yabi Kohut. But credit to Faith Fenwick, and now Vaughan with a chance to extend their lead, and James Castillo with an all but important challenge, conceding the corner. And Vaughan will set up here on the near side. Ball to the back post. Kittmans got on the end of it. Bobbling ball. Branco had an attempt. Fleming Thompson, and a great save by St. Croix, who had got down for that ball heading to the bottom right corner. Kittmans coming all the way back. Will win it back for Vaughan. And they play it out to the far side, a little too far for Vastracci, and it's out for a London throw-in. But how about Faith Fenwick? Two incredible saves. One coming moments ago, one near the start of the first half. And didn't play in the League One Cup match. Has mostly been behind Charlotte Phillips, who has started the 4 League One regular season matches for Vaughan. But she has come in and she has been excellent here tonight. Kohut trying to put that one into a dangerous area on her weaker side and was unable to keep it in play, and it will be a Vaughan goal kick. Fenwick was under pressure and just cleared it out of play. London will take the throw quick, flicked on by Sealy. Kimmins will play it right back out of bounds. Janessa Sealy dispossessed. Bolota came in and was able to win the throw. Tark got dispossessed in the middle. She was able to get back, but she'll concede the free kick. Yeah, that's going to stop play. She's going to head into the book. The second yellow card given to FC London this half is going to go to Rebecca Tark. Quarter of an hour through the second half here. 1-0 Vaughan. London knocking on the door to try and tie this match up. This would be big points for Vaughan to take away from home if they are able to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Fenwick gives it away. Sealy able to read that ball that was coming to the near side. London with possession. Tark on the turn. Ball to the outside, controlled by Nicano. Ran into trouble as Mastracci able to turn away. And now she's off to the races. Mastracci trying to find that ball behind. It was cut out by Dominguez. Here's Branco. One-on-one with James Castillo. Branco cutting. And that ball was looking for that run in behind. And into the hands of St. Croix. That she'll slow things down for FC London. Kimmins plays it forward. Fleming Thompson lost out. That time to Scully. Naismith forward. Deflection comes to Bellotta. Just lost her footing and she'll have to turn back and find Dominguez. James Castillo, ball down the line, was played out of bounds. And we're going to get a double substitution here coming from Vaughan. And Maya Hudson's going to come in, as well as Selena Benga. And Di Matteo, who was on a yellow card for Vaughan, will come out of the match, as well as Melina Branco. So a forward and midfield substitution for Vaughan as they look to add some cushion to their lead. St. Croix will hold things for London and will roll out for Morrison. Morrison dispossessed and commits the foul. Had a lot of success down that left wing side in the first half, has been shut down so far in the first 20 of the second. A lot of the plays been up this near side in both halves. Has now been switched over to the right side where Jenna Cecili's had a lot of success for FC London. Peralta standing over this free kick. And she'll play the switch over for Kimmins. First touches for Banga, and she put a little too much behind that pass as it goes out for a London throw. Nomi Briolis to throw. It came off Dominguez, and Vaughan will try once more. Lucic on the turn. Challenge coming in. Hodson gets her first touches. And now Vaughan with possession. Breda switched over to the near side for Benga. Briolis. Peralta. Vaughan holding possession here now, dictating the pace of play. Here's Kimmins. Lucic just lost it in her feet, and Bellotta able to pounce. Tark, forward for Nicomo. Morrison. Naismith, Tark, Nakano, twisting away from pressure. Ball played down the line. Morrison stopped her run. Tark wins the header but concedes the throw. Since that chance for Gabby Kohut, Vaughan has cemented themselves back, but they've given it away here. Nakano, and that ball too far for Belota. What a chance that could have been on the giveaway from Peralta. As I was just saying, Vaughan had been holding on to possession and controlling the game ever since that opportunity. Great ball down the line, and Banca's got some space to run into. Challenge from behind, referee saw nothing. James Castillo can't turn away from pressure. Banga. And Kathleen Kimmins will take it back and send it across for Reda. Peralta. Hodson finds Kimmins. Mastracci able to turn away from pressure. Trying to play the switch, it might just be a little too far. As out of her goal to come collect is Samantha Sequoia. Vaughan getting ready to make another substitution here. Jasmine Bobadilla getting ready to come in for Vaughan. Kohut, excellent control. Cut out this time by Briolis. Lucic got caught on the turn. Kohut battling. And now James Castillo with possession. Peralta commits the challenge, and we're going to get that substitution now. As Lucic will be the one to exit for Vaughan, Missouri. And Jasmine Bobadillo will be the one to enter. So midfield substitution again for Vaughan. London may be getting ready to make a substitution of their own in the next couple minutes. Nakano stuck in the corner. The ball played short, and Kimmins will clear it away and out of the stadium. Nakano wins the throw once again for London. Belota can't get away from Kimmins. Challenge comes in, cleared away. Banga heads down, and that'll send London all the way back into their own third with Scully. We're going to get a whistle here as Rebecca Tark down away from the play. And that challenge that had sent Vaughan away from danger had knocked Rebecca Tark, but she'll be okay to continue. Final 20 to be played of the 90 here in match week number 5, the game of the week here on League One TV. Between FC London and the currently leading 1-0 Vaughan, Missouri women. Kohut. Ball to the edge of the 18. Comes all the way to Morrison. Bolota knocked down. And Bobadilla now a chance to push forward here for Vaughan Azzurri. Challenge coming in from Naismith. Mastracci able to get on the other side of her. Curling it to the top corner. And it didn't go in. Vaughan is static on the near side touchline. Was sure that was into the top corner. St. Croix didn't even move. That ball was purled into the top left side of the net. But neither the referee or the linesperson said it had crossed the goal line. So we continue at 1-0 for Vaughan. Could this be a deciding factor in how this game shapes up in the end? Banco wins the challenge. Bobadilla on the turn. And Hudson will go all the way back to Retta. What a change of events. It looked like it may have gone off the back quarter of the net and might have crossed the goal line, but we will never know until we're able to watch it back on the replay. I'm sure many at home are going back to take a look at that one a second time. But for now, we'll continue on, nearing it on the final quarter of an hour left in this match. Retta playing to the feet of Mastracci, the one who had that opportunity on that left foot. Vaughan getting ready to make another substitution here. And London getting their 2 substitutes ready as well. Dominguez. James Castillo finds Bolota. Runs being made in behind. Can she pick any of them out? It was taken away by Breda, and Retta will swing it all the way to the far side, and Mastracci has now got the step on Naismith. To the back post, and it was cut out that time by St. Croix. And she'll play it quickly up at half. London readying those substitution now. Here's Breda. And Mastracci didn't have enough gas to get there. And now those substitutions will be made. So the goal scorer is going to be the one to come out for Vaughan Azzurri. Nia Fleming-Thompson scoring at the brink of halftime and extending her goal streak to 5 goals in 5 games. And Maya Torelli, the last outfield substitution for Vaughan, will come into the match. And we'll continue play out of the goal kick for London. And on the next play, they'll get ready to introduce Elizabeth Weir into the match. London throw. Cleared away, Morrison with it. Pacing down the line. Can she get a ball to a dangerous area? No, she ran out of real estate. And the goal kick will be in Vaughan's hands. Kimmins. Briolas down the line, Banka. Yeah, just a little too far for Bobadilla, who didn't quite connect with that ball behind. Here's Dominguez. London needing one now to try and secure at least 1 point here at home. Torelli. Her first action into this match. And she plays it back for Kimmins. Retta. Over to Breda. Peralta mishit that ball upfield and is cut out that time by Scully. Nicano able to keep it in. Naismith down the line. Nicano, good feet to control. And Naismith just mishit that pass, and now the substitution going to be made. And Elizabeth Weir is going to come in here on the back end for Alicia Dominguez, who will come out of the match. Weir, the London, Ontario native, currently still attending Catholic Central High School. She played all through FC London's academy, was the captain for the U14 to U16 age group, and now being called up to the first team here at the club. And the 16-year-old, after starting 2 matches already this season, she has been up and down between the U20 as well as the League 2 side. She started 3 matches already this season and will now get another opportunity here off the bench in the last 12 minutes or so before injury time. Vaughan with a corner. And it's going to be Bobadilla to put it in front of me, Peralta. That one came up short. Seeley. Trapped into the sideline, and Vaughan's going to win the throw. Torelli just overhit that pass back for Banca, and will give London the throw once more. Torelli turning, playing Banca down below the touchline, and she's able to win another corner. This time on the left side, and Vaughan will set up once more. And the head ref has now issued Rebecca Tarka off the field. So London down to 10 as Tark issued to receive some treatment, and London will concede another corner. She had gone down only minutes ago on her own side of the field, and now has issued that she may not be able to continue here. So London gonna ready Juliana Mara, who has started in 4 games already this season, to come off the bench here. That ball to the back post. Vaughan's able to keep it alive. See, Kwok came out and was able to corral it. So Mara readying now. And London still down to 10 for the time being. Final 10 minutes of this match before injury time. Can London conjure up a goal here and hold on to some points here at home? Torelli. Vaughan trying to extend their lead into the box. Headed away from goal, and Nicano will get it up for Morrison. Coat. Seeley will leave it for Weir. Weir playing forward. Seeley had it taken away. And cleared downfield by Vaughan. Brought down by Morrison, but cut out by Bretta. Morrison will play all the way back to St. Croix. And she'll play forward out of the back. Torelli lost it. And we are now with possession in the middle. London not able to hold on to possession here to try an attack moving forward, but Pilates won it this time, and she's going to win the free kick. And now London can move up here, and the substitution can be made. So with the injured Rebecca Targardy on the bench, Juliana Mara will come in for her 5th appearance already this season. Flicked over the top by Kimmins and into her own keeper's hands. Juliana Mara, the London, Ontario native, committed to McMaster for the 2025 season. She started every game so far. The League One campaign did not start here tonight, but is now getting her opportunity with minimal time left on the clock. Ware left it for Sealy, and now Nakano in possession. Here's Morrison. Wins the throw for London. Morrison gets it back from Ware. Mara. Her first touches in the match, a little too far ahead. And Benga able to take it away. Trying to spring Bobadilla. Does she have enough to get there ahead of Scully? And no, she won't. She'll let her run out. Chance here now on the giveaway. Peralta. Challenge from behind, but it's going to be a foul on the Vaughan midfielder who just caught. Bellotta late that time, and now London will move upfield. Mara, the target, never made it there. Nakano chests it down, and now it's with Morrison. Played over the top. In space. And taken away from James Castillo, and it's going to be a goal kick. Great defending on this near side by Nomi Briones. Time on the side of the away team, trying to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Ball played out of the goal kick, and Mastracci was knocked down, but she's able to win the throw. Breda trying to play over the top. Morrison was able to win in the air, and it'll come all the way back to St. Croix. Played forward, Sealy was beat to it by Kathleen Kimmins. Banga challenged and concedes the throw. Naismith backtracking will send it all the way back to her keeper. With time winding down here, if you're following the other match here in League One Premier on the women's side, and Waterloo United taking on North Mississauga, that is a 1-0 lead for Waterloo. And the goal scorer, Sofia Cabral, coming in the 13th minute. They're currently just into the second half of play. Unlike here, with only minutes remaining for London, the home side, to try and hold on to points here. And Vaughan looking to win their 5th in a row, including their League One Cup win. And they've won a free kick here as Breda went down in a heap of flames. And now, Jessica Breda having a conversation with head referee Matthew Hartman. And after that, we'll continue play with Peralta standing over the free kick. Kimmins. Ball played in behind. Mastracci was the one making the run, but that ball too far ahead for her. London heads in the corner. They're able to win the throw. Nakeno, Morrison, heavy touch. Able to get it back and is able to win the free kick. Jordan Feliciano was laughing hysterically on this touchline. Could not believe that that free kick went London's way. Nonetheless, we continue. Hodson back for Reda. Bobadilla playing over the top and nobody running after it. And Nakano will let it roll into the hands of St. Croix. 3 minutes of added time being issued at the end of the 90. Kohut got knocked down. No call going her way, and she'll commit the foul. And Vaughan will take back possession. I have about 5 minutes to kill to try and hold on to this 1-goal lead. On the back of Nia Fleming-Thompson at the end of the first half. Torelli pressuring in on Scully. And she'll force herself all the way back to St. Croix. Weir let it run. Torelli challenged by Scully. Mastracci diving in, couldn't knock Scully off the ball. Mara the turn. Scully, the switch over to Naismith. London wins the throw. The look to take quickly. Weir. Dispossessed. Torelli in a 50-50 challenge. It's going London's way. As Torelli was second to the ball that time, and Scully is down inside the center circle. Torelli may have picked up a knock too on that play, as she's limping as she has a conversation with Matthew Hartman, the head referee. And she's going to pick up a yellow card here, so another Vaughan Missouri player into the book. Their 4th here tonight. Maya Torelli came off the bench of this game, was the last used substitution by head coach Jordan Feliciano. Woodbridge, Ontario native, played 4 years at York University and was named a second-team All-Star this year. And would be a shame if she had come out of this game only playing about 10 minutes injured, as she's still limping towards the touchline. So this will add even more time to the added. As still at the center of the field receiving treatment is Stephanie Scully. Vaughan just looking to hold on to this lead, and London with no other outfield subs left on their bench. Scully's been down for some time here. The only sub they have left is Rosalind Boundy, who is a goalkeeper. But looks as though Scully's going to be able to continue. She won't have to come to the touchline. And we'll play on here with the free kick just across center. So pardon me, she will have to come to the touchline before she can be brought back in. Ball played into the edge of the 18. Kohut trying to turn. And Fenwick, like she's been all night, all over that ball. So we're well into the 3 minutes of added time, but we'll get at least 3 to 4 minutes more after the stoppage just now. Scully misplayed at that time. Torelli. Stopped by Scully. She rolled over top of the ball. And finally, London will be able to clear with Weir. Hodson plays it all the way back. And Peralta will find Kimmins. Time winding down now for London. Vaughan looking to the corners. Torelli was well in behind the defense. And the linesman quick to extend his flag on the far side. Scully pressured out of the back, able to break it easily. Ball played into the behind. Barra on the end of it. Didn't get much contact on the strike. And Fenwick able to make the save. The ball was picture perfect from Scully and Mara, as well as Kohut in behind that run. And neither were able to put it through. That may have been the last chance of the game for FC London to try and tie it up. With time continuing to dwindle down, here's Torelli. Heading to the corner flag, and she wins the throw. On the ensuing throw, and Mastracci will head to the corner flag. And London's able to win the free kick. Maybe one last attack left for the home team. May have came off the arm of Banca. They will be called. London will get the dead ball here, and they'll move players forward. They'll elect to play short. Scully. Too far for McKenna. And referee checking his watch. Time ticking down for FC London. Morrison can't turn. London wins the throw. One goal may be enough to do it. Pilota dispossessed and cleared, and that's going to be the final whistle. So Vaughan extends their win streak to 4 in a row in League One Premier play, and will move to 12 points on the season on match week 5, and FC London drop another game here at home and will drop points on their home pitch at TRICAR Field. In the final score, coming off the goal at the end of the first half from Nia Fleming-Thompson, her 5th of the season so far, is the difference as Vaughan takes out the game of the week here in London, Ontario. Vaughan 1, FC London 0, the final score. From myself, Noah Vogel, have a great rest of your long weekend and have a good night.